Welcome back. We are here for part 9 of my Let's Play of Steins Gate, live and exclusive to YouTube. I am your host Swishbone for the remainder of the evening. And for those of you who have been here before for the many streams, the likes of Danganronpa V3, Song of Memories, Persona 3 FES and many more, a huge welcome back to all of you. Without all of you, there is no stream. And to those of you who have never seen this before and want to get involved, thank you very much as well. Shout out to Rylixin, who got a few comments in there before the stream even started. You're a very eager beaver. Welcome very much. And also a big return hi to Queen, who's also jumped in on the chat box as well. So we're going to be here for a few hours, hopefully going through a bit more Chaos Theory. We've literally just seen the truth about Faris Nyan and exactly who she is. Or at least, I believe we have. Let's find out more. Let's get back in to Chapter 4 and Part 9 of this playthrough. Huh? You're right, she's gone. Did Stardust Handshake activate again? I scan the area. There she is, walking casually towards the station. And I shout out in the chat below to Avian, who's jumped in saying hi, welcome back, good evening to you. Hope you're having a decent day today and that you're not snowed under with work like I was. Both personal and actually official. It wasn't the easiest of days today, it must be said. She's already about 50 meters away. I chase after her. Mayuri, where are you going? Oh, Queen, Mayushi was thinking about stopping by Nakano Broadway before going home. Nakano Broadway is an amazing place. It's a district of Tokyo, Nakano to be exactly. And it's literally like a 3-story indoor market with the rarest, geekiest stores in the world. You can find everything there from rare Formula 1 merchandise to idol pop stuff. It's incredible. If you're ever in Tokyo, check out Nakano Broadway. Meanwhile, on the stream, Iris the Jack getting involved, saying, hope we're all having a good start to the week. I am so far a bit stressful because I've quite a lot of paperwork to do, which I can't get into just yet, but hopefully I'll have an announcement for you all at some point soon. Maybe if we're lucky, on the endurance stream, we will see. If you're going home, then why don't you just say so? Sorry, all I could think about was going to Nakano. And having been to Nakano, I can understand why. It's a taku paradise. Mayushi's like some kind of ninja. Never noticed she was gone. Mayuri does this a lot. She just wanders off without saying anything. But just like Dara said, you never notice she's gone. That says more about you than it does her. Akabe, you're a real dick here. So when you turn around to look for her, it's like she vanished into thin air. Stardust handshake and sneaking fade. Why do her powers have to be so annoying? What business do you have in Nakano, anyway? Well, a Saraswat Doujinshi came out yesterday. Like you in the bookstore, Avian. They said they got some great bookstores in Nakano when I went there, actually. They had some really unusual manga stores especially. They had some great manga bookstores. Hello. Oh, Daru, no. Porn? No, but the illustrator is Koga Yumi-san. Mayushi thinks it's finally time to get serious about costumes again. Koga Yui? She was the character designer for last year's Gundam. Which I'm guessing is meant to be Gundam, but let's take a look at it anyway. And it's not Tanaka Gundam from Danganronpa either. Yeah, I thought so. Formerly known as Mobile Jacket Gundam, this seminal work of Robot's anime The first series aired in the late 1970s and there have been many sequels and spin-offs since. Kind of like Sailor Moon when you think about it. You want to get the old pet bell collar, eh, Queen? Make sure you keep an eye on Avian because she disappears all the time. Wait, I must admit sometimes I always get to save it to the middle of a conversation. I'll just suddenly stare off into space like this. And everyone's there. Dude, we're talking. And I'm like, it's a really interesting crack on that wall up there. Yep. Buy me one too. Okie dokie. What are you guys talking about? If you want the Jinshi, why not go to Toranoa? Toranoana. It's right over there. Try saying that word. Seriously, how do you pronounce that? Toranoana. That's a mouthful and a half, isn't it? Try saying that when you're drunk. Lucky for me, I don't drink. Daru and Mayuri stare at me blankly. It's that stare that goes, he did not just say that. There? Where? It's worse than bookstores, Avian. Well, again, it's like me around anime and games. I'm exactly the same. You know, there. Right over. I follow my pointing finger. Taro no Anana isn't there. What? I rub my eyes and blink several times. It doesn't help. Maybe I'm looking in the wrong place. I check up and down the street, but no, it's nowhere to be found. And what's more, I can't find animates either. It's supposed to be right next to Tora Onana. Instead, I see electronics stores, Daiichi Garden, and T21 Minami. Never seen them before in my life. Wait. I remember Mr. Braun saying that Akiba used to have a lot more electronics shops. Many of them closed. I think Daiichi Garden and T21 Minami were among them. Where the hell did Taro Anana and Animate go? Have you lost it, man? Huh? Huh? There aren't any Toro no Anas or animates in Akiba. That's why Mayashi's going to Nakano to buy him a dojinshi. What do you mean there aren't any? They were there yesterday, weren't they? And they erased the Taku area. I don't think you'll ever erase a Taku. Kind of like cockroaches. You could literally drop a nuclear warhead and the Takus would somehow survive. You see, nerds will inherit the Earth. Mark my words on this, people. Trust me. Umbrella says so. There's an interesting theory, Avian. You think that Faris may have saved her dad from dying so she's not as influential? No longer being the queen of Akiba, she'd kind of get her wish, wouldn't she? So that does make sense. What about earlier today? I wasn't really paying attention on the way to Faris' apartment, but I'm pretty sure they were still there. There's no Moe stores in Akiba, man. You know that. The holy land of Moe is Nakano. But Akiba is the holy land of Moe. The whole world knows that.
萌えショップができようもんならマニアどもが暴動を起こすレベルだお。
Has the heat finally gone to your head, Ocarine? Akiba is the electric town. If you opened a Moe store here, the electronics attacker would riot. Not true. I've been to Akiba's electric town. There's maid cafes, kiddie cafes, idol shops, ramen bars, arcades by the dozen, retro game stores, anime stores, manga stores. Trust me, it's Otaku Central. I know. I've been there. I'm not gloating, honest. This feeling again. Dissonance. My memories don't match reality. The past has changed. Part of me knows what has happened. But I still can't help but ask. And yeah, it makes sense actually, Amy. Yeah, she has the time to go to tournaments now. She's not running isn't running in the town. But then again, she was always working at the Ant Squad, wasn't she? So, yeah, I'm unsure. What about Mandarake? No. Akiba O. Of course, it's an Akiba O. I mean, Akiba Okaku. Well, they sell the Jinshi. What the hell's that? They sell the Jinshi at Akiba O? Of course not. That would be crazy. Kind of like selling sweets in a record store. Oh wait, HMV do that. Gamers! Ramatara! They shake their heads. Melon books! That's a bit city! They just look confused. So basically, I swallow hard. I finally understand. It's hard to believe, but I must face the truth. Chaos has forsaken this place. Every last store that sold anime, eroge, or moe goods has disappeared from Akiba. No! That'd be an ultimate form of hell. Akiba where there's no idols, no games, no anime. You know, Black America with no good. I suppose it could have been for fun, Avian, that she was doing it, but I don't know. Oh, here we are, in a final, desperate attempt to deny reality. I run to May Queen plus Nyan Squared, the maid cafe where Mayuri and Faris work, and which Daru and I frequent. But upon arriving at the storefront, I am forced to my knees in abject defeat. No. It's a ramen bar. Because that's what that is there. Ramen. That's what that is. As for that appears to say Big 3. Daisambu, I believe that is. I'm rusty on my kanji, so I might be wrong on that one. It's gone. It's all gone. It's not just the moe stores. Even the maid cafes have disappeared. Mayuri, you work at May Queen, don't you? May Queen? What's that? A potato? May Queen Nyan Nyan! May Queen Nyan Nyan! I asked Daru too, but no reaction. Mayashi works at Lemonine, remember? Lemonine? Is that a maid cafe? It's just a normal coffee shop. Is there even a single maid cafe in Akiba?
そういう萌えビジネスとか毛嫌いしてんだから誰も寄りつかないって。
Nah, man, the people here hate moe businesses. Nobody would go. It's clear now. This has to be the result of Faris's D-mail. The butterfly effect is at it again. Faris said she had influence over Akiba's development board. They adopted her plan and embraced the moe industry. But by sending a D-mail to 2000, the world line has shifted to one where that never happened. Akiba is still electronics all the way. To think that a single mail could rewrite 10 years of a town's history. Is it okay to change history on a whim like this? I almost feel guilty about it. But since I'm the only one who remembers the original Akiba, no one can blame me. And that is the road to perdition. Only I remember the real world. So only I'm affected. I can do what I want. You're all nothings. Robots made flesh for me to do as I please. Yeah, that's the mentality he's teetering on the edge of. And it's fucking dangerous. And it's not like I could change it back. But still, what in the world did Faris's D-mail say? The next morning, I go for a stroll through the streets of Akiba. What I discover is that, although the chaotic energy familiar to me has receded, Akiba is still Akiba at its core. The few electronics stores that I used to frequent are still here. In fact, they've multiplied. You can still hear loud theme songs and the cries of salesmen all the way from the sidewalk. Electronics otaku and PC maniacs walk the streets with unkempt hair, wrinkled clothes, and eyes burning with intense purpose. There are even cheerful foreigners taking in the sights. The maids and young female otaku have disappeared, but the hobbyist essence of the town is unchanged. I admit it's a relief. Yesterday I heard from Mayuri how we met Faris on this world line. I was wondering, since May Queen no longer exists. It was at a small Rhinenet tournament at a toy store in Ikebukuro. We went to cheer on Daru, but he dropped out because of a stomachache, so Mayuri and I ended up taking his place. Our opponent was Faris. We got crushed, needless to say. But Mayuri says that Faris was very gracious and gave us advice on how to play. That was the beginning of their beautiful friendship. Aww. Our past has changed considerably, yet we still ended up with the same close relationship we had on the last world line. Fascinating. Maybe Lady Luck is out looking out for us. I've got mail. Alright, who's mailing? Ah! Huh? What? We're watching you. That's a jelly. Monica, have you hijacked my game all of a sudden? Is that you, Monica? What the hell? Is this a prank? Spam? No, it's jelly. Or jello, depending on which part of the world you're from. Why red gelatin? Who's watching me? What's going on here? Yep, Avian calling it as Jellyman. The Jellymen are watching us. I spin around, searching the crowd. A few passers-by look at me strangely. I don't care. Stuff is wrong. Goosebumps break out all over my body. This is the organisation. SERN. If so, then this mail is a threat. My pulse skyrockets. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit! What do I do? Do I tell someone? Who? I can't involve anyone. It's a prank. It has to be. Ignore it. But what if it's serious? Are the men in black coming? I'm dead. They'll erase me. Erase us. Should I call the police? No, not enough evidence. What do I do? What do I do? What the hell do I... Thoughts spin inside my head. Every pedestrian looks like an enemy. I flee from the crowd. After I manage to calm myself down, I head back to the lab. For now, I'll write that mail off as a prank. It's still early. Well, I guess it's actually noon. But Mayuri, Kurisu and Lukako are already at the lab when I return. I greet them, trying to keep the anxiety out of my voice. It's Sunday. Obon weekend. What are you doing here, lab girls? Obon, a Japanese holiday during which people return to their hometown to see parents and relatives. This includes paying respect to family members who have passed away by visiting and cleaning their graves. Interesting, I've never heard of that before. Not surprised though, because I've watched them walk through Japanese graveyards and they are very well kept. They also have things like unopened cans of coffee and toys that they leave, as if giving tributes to their past loved ones. It's actually really cute, I like it. Pardon the intrusion, Okabe-san. Good morning, Okarin! The two cute high school girls wave to me in greeting. By the way, one of these girls is actually a boy. In any case, the sight warms my heart. Or would, if not for a certain assistant who just gives me a bored look before going back to reading. What are you doing? Mayuri and Lukako are sitting next to each other on the sofa, reading a book together. There's something about the art style of Mayashi's face there that creeps me out. It's like the whirlpooling eyes right here. I've always found that freaky. Ah yes, coffee. Always good to have coffee, Queen. It looks like a cosplay photo album. Yesterday I went to Nakano to buy doujinshi, remember? While I was there, I found a photo album of a super cute cosplayer. So I splurged on it. Yeah. That word could be onomatopoeia for something else. I'm not saying it out loud. Look, Luka-chan! This is a costume of Sedona from Bloodtune. It's so detailed and cute! It is. I see. She's showing it to Lukako as part of his re-education. Also, what was that Blood? We got Blood something, wasn't it? Yeah, Bloodtune. Popular TV anime based on a manga. 26 episodes of broadcast last year. The main heroine, Saira Orgel, is especially popular among anime otaku. Bloodtune? Could it be reference to Blood Rain, maybe? I don't know. I'm not sure which one that's referencing. To think that he was so reluctant to get involved in cosplay. Looks like Mayuri's persistence has paid off. Actually, judging by his obvious interest in the photo album, maybe he was always interested in cosplay, just too shy to cosplay himself. Take a look, Chris-chan! It's amazing! I'm okay. Looks like Karisu's not interested in the photo album. She just gives a cold, Instead, she's reading a difficult-looking English book. Catch-22. To Kill a Mockingbird. 1984. They're all difficult. They're good, but they're difficult. Damn it, this is no time to be showing off your intelligence. You're going to make Mayuri cry if you talk to her like that. And now you can't guess it either, Avian. Yeah, I'm not really sure. It's just blood something. And no worries, Aristotle Jack. Welcome back, mate. That's what new. Have a good conversation. It's ironic you started talking to your cosplay mate, and the moment these two start reading a cosplay book. Timing is everything. Or so I thought. But Mayuri doesn't seem to mind, so I stay out of it. Wow, look at these swimsuits! So much skin! She's got a great figure, like a gravure idol. Must be nice. Nice? The swimsuits? I don't have that great a figure. Back for a few minutes, Queen. The coffee waiting to fill. That's something I've got to wait for in 2 weeks' time, don't I? Yes, thank you for that, Avian. Thank you very much. Don't worry, Luka-chan. I'm sure you'll make our big friends breathe hard. Hey now, Mayuri, what are you saying? It's like you referred to Daru with that remark. And, plenty of people like flat chests, so even if you don't have breasts, you should still have confidence in yourself. Nope. It's not ruined yet, Queen. On the 24-hour live stream, it probably will be ruined, but that's for the 24-hour stream. It's not happening yet. Karisu starts choking on her coffee. You did just see that, didn't you? I literally did that at the same time. I know how she feels. I almost did a spit take with my soda. Mayuri's breasts are huge for her height, so her advice lacks a certain element of persuasion. I know! Once Kamima's over, let's all go on a trip to the beach! Mayushi's been making costumes all summer! I haven't had time to play at all! They mentioned it choking absolutely everything, and you're not wrong, Arista Jack, that was actually perfect timing, that was absolutely spot on. It's almost like I've played the game before, but I haven't, so no spoilers from all you... one person out there who knows what's going to happen later. What do you think, guys? A Labmen beach trip. All of the Labmens?
私は行かないわよ。もう少ししたらアメリカに帰らなきゃ。荷造りもまだしてないから、そんな余裕はない。
I can't go. I have to go back to America soon, and I haven't even started packing yet.
確かに。ラボでのんびりと読書をしているほどだからな。よほど余裕がないと見える。
Yes, I can see you're in a rush. I bet you don't even have time to lounge around and read. Busted. Boo! Yes, Avian, the beach trope. Well, it has to happen, doesn't it? It happened on Persona. 3 times, actually. Kusi snaps her book shut and glares at me.
だったらはっきり言わせてもらう。変態野郎2人と一緒に海水浴なんて言ってられるか？
Fine, I'll be blunt. There's no way I'm swimming with 2 perverts like you.
女子メンバー限定というなら喜んで参加させてもらうわ。
If it's just the girl members, I'll happily go.
素直になったらどうだ、クリスティーナ。私は伝部の猛虎犯を男子に見られたくないので一緒には行けませんと
Be honest, Christina. You just don't want me to see the Mongolian spot on your boat. Yeah, I'm not actually going to look up that one. I'm going to do it, but I'm wary about what this is going to actually refer to. Here we go. A bluish birthmark commonly found on Asian children, usually disappears by the age of 5. That's a lot less than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a lot more disgusting than that. I'm doing an anonymity and saving off them because I've just realised it's been half an hour and I've not saved my game. I don't have a Mongolian spot! Anyway, if it's just the girl members, then doesn't that rule out Lukako? What's that supposed to mean? Didn't we tell you earlier? Lukako is a bona fide guy. My declaration of the truth freezes the air instantly, and we've got into weird. Now you see that is Doki Doki Literature Club, isn't it? That's an effect straight out of Doki Doki Literature Club. Monica, get out of my game. There's no just Monica here. Yeah, you're right on that point, actually, Alistair Jack. They mentioned the cosplay in the game, but it's about having fun and meeting people, and I agree completely. People can cosplay as whatever they want. People who are skinny can cosplay. People who are small can cosplay tall people. People who are short tall can cosplay short people. Old, young, vice versa. Doesn't matter. And it's like a negative filter. That's what it's kind of gone for. Huh? There's something off about their reaction. Yeah, there's something very off about their reaction. It has to be said. You're the worst. Why do you get off calling her a guy? Yeah, Ocarine, that's a terrible thing to say. Even Mayuri condemns me. Lukako, meanwhile, turns pale and hangs his head so I can't see his face. Is he crying? Normally, you get depressed and say something about how embarrassed he'd be to wear a swimsuit. But you wouldn't start crying.
Christina. お前が現実から目を背けたくなるのはわかる。ルカ子は男でありながらとても可憐だからな。
Have you ever found yourself in a conversation where you've said something and you've trod in a pile of shit and you're too stupid to realise it, so you carry on wading through the raw sewage? That's where this guy is right now. Oh yes. Christina, I understand your desire to deny the truth. It's difficult to imagine that a guy could ever be so cute, but... Okabe! Carissa advances on me with a stern glare. If you want to give me stupid nicknames, that's fine. I mean, it's not, but... What you said just now is below the belt. I didn't take you for the kind of guy who thinks it's funny to hurt people's feelings, but I guess I was wrong. You were a real jerk, Akabe. Yeah, Avian, I'm the same. Quietly shut up and go. Ignore the dumpster fire. It's all fine. Leave it alone. What did I do to deserve this tongue lashing? Bruh. Come on. Apologize. Apologize to Urashibara-san right now. Wait a second. I don't have to apologize for... I just said the truth. It's okay. Lukako gets up from the sofa. His head is still hanging, and his voice is barely audible.
岡部さんにそういう風に見られてたんですね。
So that's how Akabe-san sees me.
いやいやいやいや、そういう風ではなく、ルカ子、お前は男だろ。それともお前まで現実逃避に走ったか？
No. That's not how I see you, Lukako. You're a guy, remember? Or are you denying reality too? Oh dear.
現実逃避してるのはあんただろうが。
You're the one denying reality.
そうだよ。ルカちゃんは女の子なのに、オカリンひどいよ。
That's right, Luka-chan's a girl. Oh, Karine, you're terrible.
というかマユリよ、なぜお前は急にルカ子への呼び方をルカ君からルカちゃんに変えた？
I called that on the last time on the stream. I caught that. I was paying attention. Mayuri, when did you start calling Lukako Luka-chan instead of Luka-kun?
岡部、いつまで続ける気？彼女は女の子よ。
Cut it out already, Akabe. She's a girl. Mayuri nods in agreement, and Avian, I don't think it's the dumpster. I think it's the whole landfill site is now on fire. Fuck the dumpsters. They're gone. It's the actual landfill site that's on fire now. Huh? What's going on here? Is this some kind of prank?
帰ります。
I'm going home. Lukako tries to slip by me out of the lab. I grab his hand to stop him from leaving. Oh! Warning! Warning! Dick Kick City alert! Dick Kick City alert! Deathcon 1! Warning! Warning!
待てルカ子、俺を担ぐのはよせ。お前は正真正銘の男だ。なぜならここに。
Okabe, if you do this, you are officially my most hated protagonist. Hold it, Lukako! You can't fool me! You're as much a man as I am, and I know how to prove it! I am not reading that out! Nor that! Nothing. Oh? You!
あれ？なんで？
What? Why? When I was playing Persona 3 FES, and Yuko walked in on that scene with Yukatam, and then Chihiro walked in, I envisaged a certain thing happening, and I was pleading, let me explain. No game. Don't let me explain. Don't let me explain at all. In fact, can you give me an interactive button with QTE where I can keep on smashing it to kick as many times as I like? This guy is the biggest asshole in the fucking world. What an absolute twat. I feel around some... What can I say to that, people? The games give me nothing. Seriously, the gamers give me the square root of dick all. No pun intended, by the way. That wasn't a pun. Kami-san, please! Stop! I'm not reading this. I'm not reading this out. I'm not reading it. I am not reading this out. I mean, it's a guy, isn't he? An electric current runs through my brain. It should be running through your fucking cock. 10,000 volts. No! 50,000 volts. No! 250,000 volts. No way. Oh! Just make it fucking stop. So that's what happened.
Lukako. お前
Lukako, you... The D-mail that I thought had failed was actually a success.
お前は女なのか
You're a girl!
最初からそう言っとるだろ
That's what we've been saying! A half second later, Karisu cracks me over the head with a heavy textbook and does it again and again and again and again and again. She repeatedly smacking me in the fucking head because I fucking do it as much as this fucking possible. I could never get fucking tired of hitting you with this fucking textbook. When my vision clears, Lukako is crying. Mayuri is rubbing her back comfortingly. Kurisu, meanwhile, is glaring down at me like I'm something she scraped off the bottom of her shoe. Daru, who arrived a moment ago, is in the corner trying not to laugh. Honestly, I can't blame him. Righteous high school girl makes perverted college guy beg for forgiveness. If I had to put a title to the scene, that's what it would be. No, pretentious college dickhead believes he can go around touching people without fucking consent because he's a fucking pervert who deserves to be fucking shot. No, I take it back. That's far too fucking fast. The top of my head is throbbing. If you had my way, your fucking head would be ripped off and shoved up your fucking arse, mate. So far at your arse, you'll be gargling your own shit for the next eternity. Most likely because Karisu wipes out 100 million of my precious neurons, envied by scientists the world over. I put a moist towel to my head. Hopefully it's moist because she pissed all over it before putting it on there to give you a taste of your own fucking medicine, you dick.
一度あんたの頭を切り開いて脳だけ取り出してよく洗浄してやりたい気分よ
I want to vivisect your skull and remove your brain for a good washing. No, Karisu, that's a good start, but keep going. I want a full-on Black Mask kind of rant here against the Red Hood. This is your opportunity. Take the centre stage.
できればそのまま体に戻さず培養液の中にぶち込んで一生あんなハレンチな真似できないようにもしてやりたい
No, that's not good enough, Karisu. You started well, but you've gone massively downhill. You've got to recover from that. Then I'll submerge it in culture fluid, so you can never do anything like that again.
とにかく警察に突き出されないだけありがたいと思いなさい
Anyway, just be thankful I haven't reported you to the police.
はい。すいません。
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. You're apologizing to the wrong fucking person. No, it wasn't. You were dumb. Man, I was dumb. I didn't think it would be gone. Lukako has become a girl. Her face hasn't changed. But she's definitely a girl. I'm not reading that second part. I'm leaving that second part alone. There's no denying what my hand didn't feel. I guess that ridiculous superstition was true. If you eat vegetables, you'll have a girl. Does this count as a scientific breakthrough? Anyway, I better apologise to Lukako. No, you're going to get on your knees and you're going to fucking grovel. I hope she doesn't get PTSD because some pervert, me, groped her. I mean, she's a 17-year-old girl now and she was shy to... Oh, no. Oh, fuck off. Fuck right off. Fuck off. Fuck you, you fucking twat. Fuck off. Fuck right off. Fuck right off with that bullshit. Don't be fucking blaming her, you twat. Fuck off. Get the fuck out of here, you cunt. Seriously, this guy is a fucking arsehole. No, I'm sorry. That's not fair on fucking arseholes. I'll need to be as gentle as humanly possible from now on. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if you never spoke to me again. I have no one but myself to blame. I'll just have to accept the consequences.
だいたいなんだって漆原さんが男の子だなんていう妙な妄想に取りつかれたんだ
Anyway, what in the hell made you think that Urishibara-san was a boy?
それについては前にも言ったはずだ。D メールによる過去改変だよ。ルカ子は男だったが、女の子になりたいという願いをもとに D メールを送り、それは成功した。
Now you see, the thing is, Avian, when you talk about it being like the Middle Ages belief that a woman's mood could determine gender, they do have some kind of weird cultural beliefs in Japan. Like, they believe that if you've got a cold, you can pass it on to somebody else. I mean, you can, but it won't mean that yours goes away. It's like the hiccups as well. If you've got the hiccups, you can go hiccup and give it to somebody else and they're gone. Yep, and again, he defaults to Chunibyu, absolutely queen, yes, because he's a dickhead. As I already explained, we changed the past. Lukako was a guy, but he wanted to be a girl, so we sent a D-mail to make his wish come true, and it worked.
世界線が変わったその瞬間を俺は確かに認識していた。すなわちマガンリーディングシュタイナーによってな。
I knew the world line had changed. My magic eye, reading Steiner, saw the shift in time.
その点については反省せねばなるまい。俺はもっと自分の持つ特殊な力を信じるべきだったと。
But I chose to believe my mundane senses instead. I should have had more faith in my powers. I won't make that mistake again. Karisu calmly readies her book above her head. I say, Queen, the way it was written made it think like it was blaming her. The whole she's 17 years old. It had that kind of, oh well, she was shy anyway, so it's okay. That's how it read to me. I really didn't like that. It was very badly worded, and I called it out. And I always fucking will.
また食らいたい
Want some more?
いや、本当なんだ。これについては信じてくれ。
I'm telling the truth. You have to believe me.
この現象を理論立てて説明するとだ。D メールを送るたび、この世界が辿ってきた歴史が変わる。つまり過去が変わる。それを俺の脳は知覚できるのだよ。
I can explain this phenomenon logically. When we sent the D-mail, we changed the past, and all of history changed as a result. My brain perceived that change. I leaped to my feet, overcome with excitement.
世界中でこの俺だけがインガリスの変化を認識できる。そう。例えるなら、俺はこの世界の観測者ということだ。
Out of all mankind, I alone can perceive changes in causality. I am this world's observer. I look around, expected to see awe on their faces.
いいから座れ
Sit down before I hit you again. I do as I'm told. Yes, you do that. Think before you speak. Think before you... In fact, just think in general. You unlikable piece of shit. In case anybody out there has any belief that I actually like this guy, there's your proof. He's a fucking cunt.
わからないのか。観測者、すなわち量子力学的に言うところのシュレディンガーの猫の実験における箱を開ける人なのだぞ。
Don't you understand? I'm the observer, the one who opens the box holding Schrodinger's cat. Oh, go on, let's see how they describe... Oh, I'm not reading that. That is way too long. That's a wall of text. Not reading that. And, yes, short for post-traumatic stress disorder. I don't need to go any further into that because that might trigger people.
シュレディンガー
Schrodinger's?
うわ出たよシュレディンガーの猫。
Schrodinger's cat again.
日本人のシュレディンガー好きは異常。
The Japanese can't get enough of that cat.
あんたも日本人だろ。
You're Japanese too.
もううんざりって感じっすわ。猫が可愛いのは認めるがな。
I've had enough Schrodinger, thanks. Though I do admit that kitties are cute, though. Kitties are more than cute. Kitties are life. Yeah, the word kitten, neko, corrupted for cuteness, used by cat lovers all... It's not kitty, it's kitty. Kitty! I want a kitty. Dara's absolutely right. Whenever an anime wants to use quantum mechanics, the characters always talk about Schrodinger's cat.
とにかく俺はそういう特殊な力を宿す魔眼を持っている。その名をリーディングシュタイナーと呼ぶことについては以前説明した通りだ。
Anyway, my magic eye has the power to perceive changes in the world line. This power is called Reading Steiner, as I've explained.
そのリーディングシュタイナーって名前、バカっぽいからやめろって私も以前言ったはずよね。
And I told you that that name was stupid, remember?
いかにも和製英語って感じ。漫画の必殺技みたい。
It's English, like something from a kid's manga.
文法としては破綻してるし、シュタイナーがシュタインのことなら前半は英語で後半はドイツ語とかむちゃくちゃだわ。
Not to mention it's a grammatical mess, and there's also the fact that it's half German, so no consistency there either. It's stupid.
ちなみにこれはシュタインズゲートだっけ？それにも言える。
The same goes for that Steins Gate thing you're always talking about. I will never learn. Oh shit. And that's going to be nice compared to what happens on the 24-hour stream.
まだまだ伝部の猛虎犯が取れぬようだな、クリスティーナよ。
Looks like you still got that Mongolian spot on your butt, eh, Christina?
ネーミングは五感がすべて。かの天才レオナルド・ダ・ヴィンチにも被験する俺の想像力は文法などというつまらない決まり事に縛られたりはしないのだ。
Oh, I accidentally skipped the dialogue then. I caught my shoulder button. I apologise, I was going to do a voiceover there, but I accidentally hit the shoulder button and it turns out that skips the dialogue. I didn't realise that. I was actually going to go cut it out with the grinning about that, Avian. And when I did that, I kind of caught my bleeding controller on the way back. Because I'm an idiot. She hits me again. I'm seeing stars.
少しは反省しろ。
Show a little remorse, huh?
すいません。
I'm sorry. Ah, right, I can actually read that line. So here we go. Names are all about feeling. My creativity, comparable to the great Da Vinci himself, cannot be held by the shackles of grammar. And now we're all caught up. I'm sorry. Lukako is still crying. As punishment, I spend the next 30 minutes on my knees under Karisu's watchful eye. Yes, and thank you, Queen. I never knew that was a feature. If I slouch for a second, I get the corner of her book. I'd accept being told die, pervert, if it were coming from Lukako. But why the hell is Karisu butting in? I didn't do anything to her. Does she think she's one of those class president characters? Alright. Akabe, I'm going to give you a piece of advice here. Do not piss off Makoto or Mitsuru. Don't do that. You are well and truly out of your league on that one. Anyway, I flee the lab as soon as my punishment is over. The silent pressure from the girls is just too much to bear. I step into the sun and stretch. My legs are numb from the feeling, so I can barely stand straight. At that moment, the Brawn Tube workshop opens, and out comes part-time warrior, the character I've got my eye on, Suzuha. Our eyes meet. Sup? She's less energetic than usual. Why are you so wobbly? It's a new exercise. Huh? Never heard of it. Suzuha answers listlessly as she sits down on the bench. Yeah, I don't trust you, Suzuha. For some reason, she's triggered me. I always have a feeling she remembers past events. When she aimlessly gazes skyward, I follow suit. Huge clouds are slowly swallowing the blue. No, they're not. There's tons of blue there. What are you talking about? Slowly devouring the blue. A helicopter flies overhead. I can hear its propellers slicing the air. Well, I can't see it, mate. Ain't that. Perfect weather for cycling.
Huh?
Really? But it's so damn hot. How can you exercise on a day like this? Because you burn a ton of calories. That's why. Say it's the 10k runner in the summer. I'd rather drink hot coffee in a well-air-conditioned room whilst browsing the net. Speaking of coffee. Oh, shit. It just gets worse. It just gets worse. Now that's a luxurious way to spend summer break. If only the lab had air conditioning. Hey, up for a little cycling? Seriously? She has to be joking. Your bike only has one seat, and yes, Queen, I did have it to do it twice, but as you can see, I've still got some left. So I'll tell you what, I'm going for it. I might have found a trick to make this punishment a lot easier. We'll find out on the endurance stream, people. I don't need to nuke it in the microwave, Queen. It's done. One of us can sit on the back. Don't you have work to do? Suzuha pops into the store. She's back in less than a minute. I got permission. It's not like we'll have customers anyway. I try to think of an excuse to refuse, but nothing comes. I am a mad scientist, not a mad cyclist.
こがなければならないのだ。
So why am I doing the pedaling?
その昔アリストテレスが言いました。時間は運動の数であるってね。
Yes, I'm onto you. I'm onto you. Long ago, Aristotle said time is just a measure of motion.
だから運動した方がいいよ。
So put those pedals in motion. That doesn't make sense. I'm exhausted. We barely made it to the station. I'd die if I went another block. This was a terrible idea. I should have known better. I get off the bicycle and sit against the station wall. Scissorhar sets the bike against the wall and crouches next to me. Sitting on the ground is undignified for a man of my stature. But no matter. I just need a few minutes to catch my breath. I watch the crowds of people move past. Nearly all of them are men. Here and there, I see people carrying large boxes, most likely PC parts or appliances. There isn't an anime poster in sight. When the keeper changed, so did the people who visited it. This atmosphere, it's kind of retro. It's the Akiba I've only seen in pictures. Akiba at the end of the 20th century. The electric town in its purest form. It has risen from the ashes of the past. And the only one who knows it is me. Oh, thank God for that, Queen. Almost near the end of the chapter. I'm definitely not getting to the end of chapter 5 tonight. I'll barely even get a quarter into it at this rate.
私さ、
You know, Scissorhar murmurs,
東京に来たのは10日前が初めてなんだよね。
it's only been 10 days since I arrived in Tokyo. Huh? I didn't know that. Well, you should. Because that month there is the 8th of August. It's been more than 10 days. You should know better than that.
夏休みを利用した観光ではないよな。
Vacation? No, that can't be right.
お父さんを捜索するため。
I'm hunting for my father. That's a strange way to put it.
蒸発でもしたのか。
Did he run away? I meant it as a joke, but Scissorhar looks so serious. I hope I didn't screw up again.
もう何年も会ってなくて、この町にいるのは分かってるんだけどさ。
I haven't seen him in years, but I know he's in this town. Yeah, she says she arrived on July the 30th, but I don't believe her, Queen. As I say, I'm onto her. There's more to her that she's letting on. Whether she's a friend or foe, I don't know, but I don't trust her.
そうなのか。しかし、ならばバイトなどしている場合ではないのでは。
Oh, but then why are you working downstairs? Scissorhar works at the Broadtube workshop from 11 AM to 7 PM every day. I doubt that leaves much time to search.
当てがないっていうのが正直なとこ。
Honestly, I don't have a clue where to begin.
警察に捜索願いは出したのか。
Have you talked to the police? No.
だったら出すべきだろう。あとは金があるならば更新所に頼むとか。
Then shouldn't you? You could hire a private investigator or something, if you got the money.
そんな予算はないな。それにいろいろ事情があるんだよ。
Yeah, her language has changed. She'd never say that phrase there. That's completely new. I don't have the resources, and besides, there are issues. Issues?
たださ、一回だけチャンスはあるんだ。
I only have one chance,
そのチャンスが明日なの。
and that chance is tomorrow.
明日、ある場所に現れるかもしれなくて。
I know that tomorrow he might appear in a certain place. She's travelling. She's trying to change the past to go and find her father by the looks of things. Or at least that's what the game's setting it up to be. A certain place. That has a rather ominous ring to it. Could her father be some kind of fugitive? I stay silent, unable to think of a response.
そのチャンスを逃したら私もこの町を離れなきゃいけない。
If I miss that chance, then I'll have to leave.
離れるとは地元に帰るのか？
By leave, you mean go back home?
行かなきゃいけないところがあるからさ。私も多忙なわけよ。
She's either going to be the biggest red herring in the world, or that's deliberate. Referring to a parallel priority engagement as in a parallel world line. Not exactly. I have a parallel priority engagement. What?
もともと明日会えなかったら諦めるつもりだったし。
I've already made up my mind. I don't find it tomorrow, I'll give up.
不安なのだな。
You're worried, aren't you?
わかるぞ、その気持ち。誰も知らないこの町でたった一人で父親を探す。さぞや心細いことだろう。
I understand that feeling. You're alone, searching for your father in an unfamiliar town. It can't be easy.
不安な気持ちを紛らわすため誰かに相談したいわけだな。そして身近にいる人間で最も頼りになりそうなこの法王院教にすがったわけか。
You hoped that talking to someone would help. That's why you sought out the most reliable person around. Me.
だが残念だったな。俺のような狂気のマッドサイエンティストに頼ったのはお前の運の尽きだ。バイト戦士よ。
Alas, part-time warrior, you have made a grave mistake, for I am the insane mad scientist, Hoin Kiyoma!
そんなお前俺が実験台として使ってやろうではないか。
You shall be my next guinea pig.
実験台って？
Guinea pig?
決まっている。時間を遡ることができる人類科学の夢 D メールだ。
You know what I'm talking about. D-mail, the greatest discovery in the history of science. I've already explained D-mail to Scissorheart before.
お前にはその実験台となってもらおう。
You shall be the subject of our next experiment.
どうするの？
What are you gonna do? Scissorheart takes a step back. She finally realizes the danger she's in.
何？簡単なことだ。俺は今 D メール検証実験のデータを少しでも多く求めている。
Do? Simple. I need more data, and I'll do anything to obtain it.
お前にも過去を変えてもらうの。もっともその変えた過去を認識できるのはこの俺だけだからな。
You're going to change the past. You can change it however you like, but only I will know the difference.
非道だと思うのならば勝手にするがいい。だがお前はもはや俺の毒牙にかかった子羊。逃がしはしない。
If you think that's cruel, then do as you please. But know that you are already caught in my web. You cannot escape.
そうだ。いいことを思いついた。お前が過去に送るメールの内容についてだ。
Fear not. I know exactly what you should write in your D-mail.
いいかよく聞け。お前は蒸発する前の父親へとこうメールを送るのだ。
Listen well. You're going to send this to your father before he disappeared.
娘を置いていくなとな。
Wow. Oh dear, what a jerk. Don't abandon your daughter!
君ってさ、いいやつだね。
You're a nice guy. You know that?
な。
に、
What?
なんかちょっとだけ楽になったかも。
I think talking to you really did help.
お前、俺を侮辱するつもりか。俺はいいやつなどではない。実験のことしか考えていない狂気のマッドサイエンティストである。
Are you trying to insult me? I am not a nice guy. I am a mad scientist who experiments on women and children.
分かったならば、お前の父親の携帯アドレスを教えろ。教えなければ。
Now tell me your father's email address. If you don't...
俺の右腕が火を吹くぞ。ちなみに封印が解かれた右腕を俺は制御できない。お前の命も保証できんと言っておこう。
Then I shall unleash the power of my right arm. Once it's unleashed, not even I can control it. You may not survive. Consider yourself warned.
ごめん、無理なんだ。
Sorry, I can't.
あくまで逆らうのか。
You dare defy me?
父さんの携帯の番号もメルアドも知らないから。
I don't know his email address or his phone number.
そう。
Oh. Well, that's a letdown.
まあ、だからこそ明日にかけてるわけでさ。心配してくれてサンキュー。
That's why tomorrow's my only chance. Thanks for caring, though.
心配などしていない。実験台にできなくてがっかりしているだけだ。
I don't care. I'm just disappointed I couldn't experiment on you.
でもすごいね。メールを過去に送れるなんて人類初のタイムマシンじゃん。
Anyway, you can send mail to the past? That's amazing! The first time machine ever!
すごいのは当然だろう。なぜなら俺はホーイン京馬だからな。
Of course it's amazing! I am Hoin Kiyoma!
アップグレードの予定は？
Any plans to upgrade it?
アップグレード？
Upgrade it?
そのタイムマシンのアップグレード。例えば、人そのものを送れちゃうようになるとか。
You know, like sending people to the past or something.
検討中だ。
We're working on it. No good ideas yet, though.
だったらさ、作る前に一つ忠告。
Then let me give you one word of advice.
マキセ・クリスは仲間から外した方がいい。
You should leave Makise Karisu out of it.
そういえばお前、あいつのことをやけに嫌っていたな。
What do you have against her, anyway? Are we actually going to finally find out here?
さてと、そろそろ工房に戻らなくちゃ。
Well, better get back to the workshop.
30分休憩をもらっただけだからさ。そろそろ帰んないと怒られちゃうよ。
I only got a 30-minute break. I'll get in trouble if I don't get back soon. I stop Suzuha as she gets on the bike.
明日は父親と会えても会えなくてもラボに来い。
Come to the lab tomorrow, whether you meet your father or not.
なんで？
Why?
お前の昇進を利用して D メールを使わせてやる。
So I can use your grief to power my time machine.
さすがマッドサイエンティスト。悪逆非道だね。
You really are a mad scientist. So evil.
もし父さんと会えたなら行くよ。その時はみんなで祝福をあげてよね。
If I meet my father, I'll stop by. Then we can do a gun salute. She laughs happily. Then she starts pedaling, leaving me behind.
待て、俺も乗せていけ。おい。
Hey, wait! Let me on! Hey! Suzuha doesn't wait, leaving with no choice but to run back to the lab. Or you could just walk. You don't have to run.
これより フリームニルの概要について説明する。
Ah, Suzuha, what does she want? Going to infiltrate now. What should I do? I'm so nervous. I can't see my own heart. Like peeking through frosted glass. Wish me luck. Over and out. I couldn't reply to that message either. I shall now brief you on Operation Eldarimnir. Eldarimnir? It sounds like a bleeding, like a Skyrim title. In Norse mythology, the cauldron used to cook for the gods. I've heard worse names. Actually, while I've got the menu up, I'm going to do another quick save. Might as well before I forget and get myself in trouble. The only lab members here today are Mayuri, Kurisu and Lukako. I couldn't get a hold of Faris or Moika. They must be busy. Daru, meanwhile, gave me some crap about having things to do. I was prepared for Lukako to refuse my invitation, but since she's here, I guess she's forgiven me. For now at least. I want you guys to get ready for a party. I've already explained to the lab mems what Suzuha told me yesterday. And what are you going to do? Me? I'm going to follow that part-time warrior and report back as the situation changes. Don't you dare. Let her be alone with her father. Oh, right. So you can use the triggers as well as the mouse button. That's a bit faster actually. It's nicer. Yeah, definitely know where I could reply. That's annoying. You shouldn't be so quick to reject my plans, Christina. You don't understand the intricacies of the human psyche. Now that you've rejected my plan, there's no way I'm not going through with it. You have underestimated my pride. Get over yourself. Besides, Christina, you and she are enemies, are you not? You protect her from me while plotting her demise. That makes you a hypocrite. You just don't have standards, that's all. She's right. I don't think you should bother her, Ocarine. Even during the strategy meeting, Mayuri keeps working on her costume. Lukako hasn't agreed to wear it yet, but Mayuri's enthusiasm remains strong. No matter what happens, we need to give her a warm welcome. I'll do anything to help make this party super special. Actually, I haven't met this Suzuha-san. Suzuha-san's really nice. I'm sure you'll get along well with her. Nice. Anyway, I'm going to tail her now. You guys. No, get it through your thick skull. Damn it, assistant. How dare you give me orders? In the end, I can't get permission to tail Suzuha. Oh, he can't get permission. Didums, what a shame. Don't even think about running off somewhere. Kurisu is forcing me to help her with the shopping. There's no way out. Damn it. Kurisu is really turning into a class president character. Leave the fourth wall alone. At this rate, she might take over the lab. Wait, could this be what Scissorha was warning me about? Nah. Anyway, time to get my head in the game. We must prepare for the Last Supper, Operation Eldriminer. The Last Supper refers to our party for Scissorha. In the event she reunites with her father, we'll just celebrate normally. In other words, it'll be her last supper in Tokyo. However, if she doesn't reunite with her father, we'll kidnap her and force her to participate in our experiments. Sacrifices must be made if we're going to perfect D-mail technology. In that case, it will be the Last Supper on this world line. The lab's budget, most of which comes out of my pocket, is tight, but it's okay to party every once in a while. There's no such thing as low risk, high return. High risk, high return. That's how a mad scientist operates. I can already taste Scissorha's despair. Huh? Over there, isn't that? I follow Carissa's finger to see Daru emerge from Yodabash camera. Found you, Daru! Huh? Ah! I grab his collar to stop him from escaping. Why didn't you respond to my summons? Like I said, I've got something to do. Which is an offline meet. Inexcusable. Wait, just listen a sec. Your offline meet, or a party with food handmade by our very own lab girls? Choose one. Handmade? By girls? One question. Will Faris be there? Before Carissa can answer that, I whisper to Daru. Naturally, Faris is a lab mem too. Damn it! Why did it have to be on the same day? Can't it wait until tomorrow? What will it be? The time to choose is now. I want to eat Faris-chan's home cooking. If you give up the offline meat, then that settles it. I give up. I give up the offline meat. Daru surrenders all too quickly. When we return to the lab, Mayuri and Lukako are already starting preparations. Huh? Daru-kun's here too? What about Faris-chan? Where is she? And wow, I'm certainly not near the end at the moment, it would seem. This Shatter 4's been going on forever. You've been tricked. Faris-chan said she couldn't come. Wait, seriously? Okarin, what's going on here? This isn't funny, man. Don't worry. I'll make sure she comes to the next one. You gotta be kidding me! I was looking forward to that time machine meet. Time machine meet? What's that?
僕がよく見に行く SF 関係の BBS があるんだよ。そこのオフ会なんだ。
It's an offline meet for this sci-fi BBS I post on.
プロの作家なんかも来る予定だったのに、僕はオカリンを許さない。絶対にだ。
Some famous writers are gonna be there. I won't forgive you, Okarin, ever.
なぜ先にそれを言わないのだ。そんなオフ会があるならば俺も言っていたのに。
What? Why didn't you say so? I would have gone too. Suddenly, I smell something strange.
何か異臭がしないか。
Does anyone else smell that?
一周
Smell what?
タコ足配線のしすぎでどこかの電源がショートしていないか。
Did we blow a fuse somewhere?
すみません。
Sorry. Lukako's apologizing for something.
まゆりちゃんの作ってるお料理の匂いだと思います。
That's probably the smell of Mayuri's cooking. What? This is the smell of food?
私も手伝うわ。
I'll help too.
じゃあ卵を温めてもらって。
Okay, then one of these eggs, please.
電話レンジ使う？
Should I use the phone wave? Oh, we've got a cooking set.
生卵をレンジに入れたら爆発しちゃいます。
No, if you put more eggs in a microwave, they'll explode. Oh God, she looks so bored there, doesn't she? She's like, this is the happiest day of my life. We took the door off. It should be fine, right? Chop, chop, choppity chop, 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 choppity.
まゆりちゃん、そんな持ち方したら危ないよ。
Mayuri-chan, don't hold your knife like that. What the hell is going on here? Dara and I exchanged glasses.
俺たちも手伝うべきか。むしろあのガールズどもをキッチンから排除すべきでは。
Maybe we should help too. Or at least kick them out of the kitchen. Wait, what? What?
結果は同じじゃね？
Won't end up the same either way.
めまいがしてきた。この現実を改変したい気分だ。
Getting dizzy. This isn't the future I was hoping for.
ハゲドウ、オカリン、この恨み、末代まで忘れん。
You're telling me. I'll never forget this, Okarin. Never.
本気ですまないと思っている。だがダル、俺と共に死んでくれ。
I'm sorry. Truly. But please, Daru, stay with me to the very end.
保険としてピザ頼んどくわ。
I'll order pizza as insurance. It only gets worse. The smoke grows thicker by the second, filling my lungs with ash and tar. In less than an hour, the girls have transformed the lab into a Class 5 disaster zone. I take out my phone and put it to my ear.
俺だ。どうやら邪神の封印を解いてしまったらしい。もし1時間以内に連絡がなかったら、両親に愛していると伝えてくれ。
It's me. Looks like the evil one is free. If you haven't heard from me in an hour, tell my parents I love them.
オカリン、それ死亡フラグ。
Okarin, that's a death flag.
これがシュタインズゲートの選択なのか。エルプさえ関係ねえ。
Is this the choice of Steins Gate? El Sai Congru. After the storm has passed,
うわ
Wow. She's late. The sun has already set. The food lined up on the table, none of it looking particularly appetizing, has already grown cold. I open my phone to check the time. It's getting late. The high school girls will need to head back soon. Was Suzuha able to meet her father? If so, they might have a lot to talk about. Oh, I'm not in control. Goodbye. There's only one word in Suzuha's email. Does that mean she didn't meet her father? And now she plans to leave town alone? Ho and Kiyoma will never accept that. She will be my guinea pig whether she likes it or not. I fly out of the lab. I don't know where Suzuha is. All I can do for now is go to the station. If she's going to leave town, she should be using public transportation. If she's using the Hibiya line on the other side of the station, then I've struck out. But if she's going to take the bullet train from Tokyo or Ueno, then she'll have to pass through here. I carefully scan the thinning crowd around the Kiba station. Where is she? After about 30 minutes of watching the crowd, I spot something. Huh? My gaze focuses on a person walking in from the main street. It's Suzuha, shuffling along with her head bowed. As she gets closer, I can see that she's wiping her eyes. Is she crying? I don't see anyone walking with her. I guess she couldn't find her father after all. You there, part-time warrior! Suzuha looks up in surprise. I see the tracks of tears on her face. Just as our eyes are about to meet, Suzuha looks away, and all of a sudden I've got a pulsing trance techno music burning in my ears. And then she turns and runs out of the station. Wait! I give chase, ignoring the stares of passers-by. She's gone. Damn it! Why did she... Hold on a second. Why am I chasing her? Do we have some kind of urge to chase things and run away? That's stupid. I'm not a dog. Shouldn't I just leave her be? It's not like we're that close, right? You're a nice guy, you know that? I think talking to you really did help. But Suzuha is all alone in this town. What if I was the only one she could talk to about her father? I know she's hurting. She needs my help. Shouldn't I do everything in my power? Huh? Just now, I think I saw someone who looked like Suzuha. But the run from the station has left me exhausted. I dropped to my knees, gasping for breath. My sides ache. I can't take another step. Even after searching the entire area around the station, I couldn't find Suzuha. I guess this, too, is the choice of Steins Gate. As I rest, I look up at the night sky. The satellite remains buried in Radican's wall. I wipe the sweat off my brow and head back to the lab. Oh. Well, that ended with... Well, that ended with a whimper, didn't it? That ended with a right whimper. Akarin, did you find Suzuha? Everyone's still there when I return. It's late. Go home, everyone. But... Tell us what happened. Yeah, keep us in the loop, man. Suzuha ran away from me. I guess she couldn't find her father. Oh. A gloomy silence falls. I can see the sadness on everyone's faces. I begin to laugh. Okabe-san, what's wrong? Are you okay?
走りすぎで脳に酸素が届いてないんじゃない？
His brain is probably oxygen starved from too much running.
オカリン、決めっす。
Okarin, chill.
いや、お前たちがしょんぼりしているのが傑作でな。
Look at you all.
どいつもこいつも何をしょぼくれている。
Why the long faces, friends?
こんな時のために俺たちにはあれがあるではないか。
Have you forgotten? We have just the thing for moments like these. I thrust my finger at the curtains of the development room.
D メールを使うの？
You going to send a D-mail?
でもさ、この時間じゃ電話レンジの放電現象は起きなくね？
But the discharge phenomenon won't occur this late, what?
起きないのならば明日送ればいい話だ。
Then we'll send it tomorrow. D-mails leap through time. It matters not when we send it, but when it's received.
誰になんて送るの？
Who are you sending it to?
今日の昼間の俺自身へ。内容は
To myself this afternoon. The message. I smile triumphantly.
クリスティーナの脅迫に屈せず意地でもバイト選手を尾行せよ。
Don't listen to Christina. Pursue Suzuha. If I do that, there's no way I can fail. And then, we can have Suzuha as a test subject. I suddenly hear the sound of rain. I look outside the window and see that rain has started to fall. Well, that makes sense because you've heard the sound of rain. As Daru predicted, the discharge phenomenon does not occur. It looks like we'll have to wait until tomorrow. The rain grows stronger over time, eventually becoming a thunderstorm. The next day, there isn't a cloud in the sky. Oh, that's interesting. It's not letting me bring up the phone. It's hard to believe it rained all night. I've got two. I've got one from Daru and I've got one from Mayuri. Check the news, Okarin! The satellite up and disappeared! Oh no! Lol. What? They say that satellite disappeared. I wonder what happened. Did it fly away? It's like a magic trick. Well, good night. I keep checking the Born Tube workshop through the window, but morning passes without sign of Suzuha. She's probably long gone from Akiba by now. She doesn't know who she's dealing with. She's but a pawn in my game, destined to fight for me at Ragnarok. At a stroke of noon, I activate the phone wave. Name subject to change. The destination is my phone. Yesterday around 4 PM. The discharge phenomenon occurs as normal. The floor shakes violently. Squinting against the glare, I send the mail. Big drop back. We drop back another 4 tens. My brain shakes violently. My vision flickers. As the vertigo passes, I can hear my heartbeat and feel the warm blood coursing through my body. I blink slowly. That was the sensation of reading Steiner activating. And so I know, Suzuha is ours. I hurry down the stairs. I step outside and look to the front of the building. What belongs there has returned. The bicycle. A mountain bike polished to a shining finish. And on the bench next to it, looking up into the summer sky is Amane Suzuha. Good morning, part-time warrior. I try to remain calm as I call out to her. Sup? She greets me in her usual listless fashion. Slacking off? It's not like anyone's gonna come. And besides, I was up all night partying. I'm really tired. You were partying? With who? Were you drinking, Okabe Rintaro? Big no-no. You're only 18. We have shifted from a world line where we failed to stop Suzuha from leaving to one where we succeeded. As a result, the events of yesterday changed. You couldn't find your father, so we held the Last Supper to make your test subject, correct? Yeah, I remember you saying something like that. Thanks for all your help yesterday. My memory's a bit fuzzy. Remind me again how we captured you. Wait, were you really drinking last night? Just tell me. Well, I was on my way home from the time machine meet when... Whoa, wait a second. Time machine meet? Yeah. That's the same offline meet that Daru was going to. Was that where your father was supposed to appear? I said so yesterday, didn't I? So you were going home, and then... You, Hashida Ritaru, and Shina Mayuri appeared out of nowhere. You brought me to the lab and we partied all night long. So my pursuit of Suzuha was a resounding success. I can't help but smile at how smoothly things went. Suzuha, meanwhile, looks back up at the clear blue sky. Yesterday sure was fun. Her tone is sincere. It would have been more fun if not for Makise Kurisu. The apple pie she made was deadly. Huh? But Urishibara Luka's curry was awesome. Your lab seems kind of like a clubhouse. It's nice. Everyone gets along, and you're always smiling. I've never had so much fun in my life. It sounds like Suzuha had a pretty dark childhood. Maybe she was bullied in school. Could that be related to her father's disappearance? No, it can't. Part-time warrior, as promised, you are now my test subject. But I already told you, I don't know his email address. Then we'll have to postpone the experiment until you find out.
ちなみに実験に用いる電話レンジカッコ仮は我がラボの最高機密事項のため外部に情報を漏らされないようお前にはラボ面になってもらう。
We're getting close to the end of any luck here, people. By the way, the phone wave, name subject to change, used in the experiment is our lab's greatest secret. You must become a lab mem to guarantee your silence.
ラボメン
Lab mem?
ラボラトリーメンバーの略だ。このラボ面ナンバーを与えられた人間はすなわちラボの仲間となる。
Short for laboratory member. When you become a lab mem, you become one of us.
いいの
Can I really join?
いやでもなってもらうぞ。お前は今日からラボ面ナンバー008だ。
You don't have a choice in the matter. From this day forth, you are lab mem 008. Scissorha lowers her head, no doubt awed by my proclamation. I hear what sounds like a sniffle. Then she looks up, revealing a smile.
しょうがないからさ実験台になってあげるよ
I guess I don't have a choice, huh? I'm all yours.
まだ帰ったりしないよ。
You're not going to leave?
もうちょっとだけ頑張って父さんを捜索してみる
No? Maybe there's still a chance to find my dad.
お前は今日からラボ面なのだ。何かあれば俺たちも手伝おう。
You're a lab mem now. If there's anything we can do, you only need to ask.
ちなみに父親についての手がかりのようなものはないのか。
By the way, do you have any leads? Scissorheart hesitates a little. Then she stands up and turns to me. Her expression is grave.
私の父さんはタイターって名乗っている
Ba-boom. My father calls himself Tighter.
タイターってあのタイターか。
Wait, Tighter? As in, that's Tighter?
知ってんのもしかしたら今は違うコードネームを使ってるかもしれないんだけど
You know about him? He might be using a different code name though. I don't just know about him. He's been active on @channel for the past several weeks. I open the @channel thread on my phone and show it to Scissorheart.
見ろ、ジョン・タイターという人物が書き込みをしているだろ。
Look, there's someone posting named John Tighter. Scissorheart stares at the screen.
これで謎は解けた。お前の父親はチャンネルにいる。
This solves the puzzle. Your father is on @channel.
ああ本当だ
Huh? You're right.
っておい、なんだその淡白なリアクションは。
Hey, shouldn't you be more surprised?
いやこの人じゃないよ
Well, it's not him.
なぜわかる？お前が今父親はタイターと名乗っていると言ったのだぞ。
How do you know? You just said your father calls himself Tighter.
私にはわかるのとにかくこのタイターは父さんじゃない
I can tell. This Tighter isn't my dad. That's a strange way to put it. It's almost like she knows who's behind John Tighter. As if to answer my suspicions, Scissorheart continues.
ジョンじゃないんだよ私の父さんが使っていた名前は
His name's not John. The name my father used was... Is it going to be Hoenn or Kiyoma?
バレルタイターって言うんだ
Barrel Tighter. And that's the end of chapter 4. With Barrel Tighter. I open my eyes to a deep, dark scarlet sky. And finally, after nearly 2 hours longer, we are off chapter 4. Wow. I'm on my back, lying face up. The sky is vast, and the colour ominous. I've never seen it like this before. Where am I? I sit up. There is nothing here. A wasteland stretches to the horizon. Nothing but rocks and dust as far as the eye can see. No plants, no water, no sun, no moon, no warmth, no cold, not a single breath of wind. It looks like hell, a frozen world. It can't be Earth. Mars, I could believe. Why am I here? This must be a dream. I go up thinking about it and lie down again on the sand. I guess I'll wake up soon. I should just wait till then. I wait. But the dream shows no sign of ending. Have I ever had a dream this lucid before? There's a terrible ringing in my ears that keeps me awake. I realise that it's the sound of silence. My belongings are gone. I have no watch, no phone. The lack of motion numbs my sense of time. How long have I been lying here? It might have only been a second. It might have been 3 days. An epiphany. The concept of time is a human construct. The universe at large has no use for it. Time is a cage that we created to feel secure. Within its walls, we can forget our own insignificance. And that's cool, Queen. Your package has arrived. Hey, awesome. I'm thirsty. It hurts to breathe. This void is no place for a human. We're not strong enough to live in a world without time. Tears fill my eyes. What do they mean? I no longer know. I want to die. Yeah. Let's die. But what is death? To be frozen in time? Time stopped for me long ago. How can I die in a world that is already dead? Everything inside me is crumbling away. Who am I? I can barely recall. My soul is melting into the void. Is someone there? Anyone? Something moves in the corner of my eye. Impossible. I try to move my eyes, but I've forgotten how. Found you, Ocarine! A pleasant voice silences the buzzing in my ears. It reminds me who I am, Okabe Rintaro. This time my eyes move. There's a girl sitting on a nearby rock. I recognise her. My frozen brain comes alive. Her presence breathes new life into this dead world. Mayuri! My brain is still half asleep, and I cannot speak. It's Mayuri. Sheena Mayuri, my oldest friend. She smiles at me, swinging her legs. This is the Earth, you know, 70 million years ago. Some scary people sent you here in a time machine. This is a dream, right? Mayushi went looking for you and found ocarines from many, many world lines. You're one of the many ocarines, and also the original. Mayushi is one of many Mayushis, and also the original. And now, Ocarina and Mayashi are going to die here. FFA, Avian. Yeah, that's a good reference, actually. This is a dream. Right, Mayuri? But...
きっと7000万年後の秋葉原にいるオカリンとマユシーまで意志は連続していくんだって思うな。
I know that another Ocarina and Mayashi will pick up where we left off, 70 million years in the future.
だから大丈夫だよ。
So everything's A-OK. Ta-da-da.
これは夢だ。
This is a dream! I jerk awake on top of the sofa. My body is drenched in sweat. It was a dream. I must have fallen asleep sometime around noon. What a horrible nightmare. I guess that threatened email I got is still weighing on my mind. Still, Mayuri had to save me. Even in a dream, that's unacceptable. I'm the one who saves her. That's the way it should be. Oh, dude. Besides, Mayuri is not smart enough to talk about time travel like that. I sit up and look around the room. She's right where I expect to find her. In front of the TV, watching a Rainet Kakeru DVD. On the screen, the Upa riding Kakeru's shoulder is screaming something unintelligible.
マユシーもウーパとお友達になりたいな。
I wish I had an Upa. And yet, Avian, you don't believe it's a dream. Well, I guess we'll find out. Look at her sitting there all spaced out. Mayuri needs my protection. That dream was wrong. I chug a Dr. P and check my phone. No new emails. I sent Taita a mail several hours ago, just to make sure that he really isn't Suzuha's father. He hasn't replied yet.
法院京馬だ。
This is Hoin Kiyoma. Nyan! It's Faris, Nyan!
お前か。秋葉ルミホ。
Oh, it's you, Akiha Rumiho.
誰のことかにゃ？
Nya? Who's that, Nya? I could have sworn her real name was Akiha Rumiho. Don't tell me. Could the D-mailer change that too?
フェイリスはフェイリスにゃ。それ以外の名前は持たないにゃ。
Faris is Faris, Nya! I don't have any other names, Nya!
はいはい、そうですね。マナはフェイリスだよな。これは失礼。
Yeah, right. Your true name is Faris. My apologies. Of course, she's just being her usual self.
それで
Well, what is it? If Faris is calling me, it might be about the IBM 5100. She did promise to help us find one.
京馬は派手に動きすぎたにゃ。すでに包囲網されたにゃ。
You've been too conspicuous, Nya! The cat's out of the bag, and now you're trapped, Nya! Huh? More of Faris's usual nonsense?
四天王が動き始めたにゃ。もう逃げられないにゃ。
The four Guardian Kings have awakened, Nya! There's no escape, Nya! Yeah, you think it's as if she's playing dumb queen. She's definitely not. She's definitely more intelligent than she's letting on.
そうか。だが四天王ごときで俺を止められると思うな。秋葉は血の海にだぞ。
Is that so? If you think the four Guardian Kings can stop me, just wait and see. Akiba will be drowning in blood before nightfall.
四天王の後には裏四天王もいるにゃ。その後には白血衆がいるし、さらにブラックエンジェル12も控えてるにゃ。
After the four Guardian Kings are the four Guardian Queens, yeah? After that, it's the 8 Devils, and then left Black Angel 12, yeah?
そんなにいるのか。インフレしすぎだろ。
That many? What's going on in this town?
それ れだけ奴らは本気だってことにゃ。今日は残念だけどチェックメイトにゃ。
You've really stirred up a hornet's nest, Nyan. I'm sorry, Kyoma, but this is checkmate, Nyan.
いやまだあれさえ手に入れれば形勢を逆転できる。
No, it's not over yet. If I can just acquire the item, I can turn the tide.
IBN5100 の情報は未だ手に入らないのか。
Have you still not located an IBN 5100?
にゃー。ごめんや。世界中の情報をかき集めてるけど、まだ見つかってないんや。
Sorry, Nyan. I have agents looking all over the world, but still no luck, Nyan. What? So she has no progress to report?
急いでくれ。俺にはもう時間がない。
Please hurry. I'm running out of time.
わかったにゃ。見つかった時はフェイリスから連絡するにゃ。今日はそれまで死なないでにゃ。
Okay, Nyan. I'll tell you as soon as I find one, Kyoma. Until then, hold on to your 9 lives, Nyan.
死ぬのか。さごめん。
Yeah, I can't die yet. L. Psy. Huh? She hung up before I could finish. Damn it. That's why I hate talking to Faris. Anyway, moving on. This time around, my search for an IBN 5100 is going poorly. Actually, I suppose I could consider myself lucky for having found one so easily the first time. I mean, the IBN 5100 is practically an urban legend. There are people, like Moeka, who spent months searching with no success. Last time, it barely took me 3 days to reach Yanabayashi Shrine, almost as if something was guiding me there. It was fate. No, it was the choice of Steins Gate. That's why its loss is so painful.
さすが幻って言われる PC だよな。
Guess that's why they call it the Phantom PC. Daru was sitting at his computer, like always.
アットちゃん情報だけどさ、何年か前にコレクターがうん千万円出してまで手に入れたって話もあるらしいよ。
I read on ad channel that some collectors will pay millions of yen to buy one.
IBN5100 やばい。マジやばい。
IBN 5100's a serious business, man.
そこまでプレミアがつくとは。
If they have that high a premium, then people must know their secret. They're all after the data in CERN's mainframe.
僕的にはすごく不思議なんだよね。実際なんでそんな値段がつくのかマジで謎。
I don't get it. How come they're so expensive?
もともと高かったっていうのもあるかもしれないけど、当時の値段で2万ドルぐらいしたらしいから。
I mean, I guess they were pretty expensive to begin with. Looks like one cost about $20,000 back in the day. $20,000? That is expensive.
それにしても手に入らなさすぎな気はする。確かにいいマシンだけど、それはあくまで当時としてはだし、そんな血眼になってまで手に入れる価値があるとは思えねえ。
Anyway, I can't believe it's so hard to find one. Sure, it was a nice machine for its time, but only for its time. You'd have to be crazy to want one now.
誰かが買い占めてたりして。
Maybe it's one guy buying them all up. PlayStation 5 scalpers, is that you? Apparently they're doing a restock tomorrow, so keep your eye out for anyone who's not got a PS5 and wants one. I don't know where though, check your retails. The harder something is to attain, the stronger the desire for it becomes. That's how people are. And that's exactly how I feel now. In the depths of CERN, completely isolated from the world, lies a database coded with an IBM 5100. What secrets are sleeping there? Could it contain the data from CERN's time machine research? Could there be proof that the Committee of 300 exists? The desire to know grows stronger by the day. It's not just about plunging the world to chaos anymore. We need the power to oppose CERN's evil ambitions. And then there's that threatening male to consider. Daru is confident that CERN won't find us, but I can't afford to take that for granted. After all, We're up against the brightest minds in the world. The scientists who invented the World Wide Web. Now I apologise, we just need to very quickly go away from the computer. I'll be back in a second. Well, apologies people, I just need to very quickly go and use the bathroom. So Queen, you've actually checked online and apparently the IBM 5100 in real life did have a price tag as high as 20 grand. Back in the 70s, I mean, good lord, that would have been a lot of money. Inflation adjusted, that's probably about $80,000 to $100,000 now, that's insane. That's like supercomputer level. Levels of cost. That's mental. And they're backed by a secret organisation more powerful than any nation. We're way out of our league here. They'd have no trouble at all crushing our puny lab if they desired. That's why we need a trump card to hold against them. Well, as long as it's not Trump himself, I've not got a problem with that. But without an IBM 5100, we can't move forward. I'm getting restless.
Ooh!
Whoa! What's this? Darius suddenly lurches forward to stare at his monitor. What's wrong? But there's no way that's right. What are you talking about? Explain. Well, I'm pulling data off the server, looking for a way to gain root access. And these files are downloading crazy fast. I mean, we're talking light speed here. It's hard to believe, but for some reason, this area has a direct fiber optic line to CERN. Several lines even. Direct? What do you mean? I mean, there's literally a fiber optic cable running from underneath this building to CERN's headquarters in France. Is that strange? Yeah. Daru calls up the National Assembly of France's website. Then he brings up the command prompts and hammers out some commands. Have a look. This is the route we use to visit the National Assembly of France's website. I won't have a clue how to even read that.
この PC の IP アドレスが0番のとこな。でその後日本国内のいろんな箇所を経由してからフランスに飛んで、そこからさらに国民議会のサイトが置いてあるところまでフランス国内のコンピュータを経由してる。
It starts from our IP address. From there, it passes through various relays in Japan, jumps to France, then bounces around there for a while before finally reaching the National Assembly site.
国民議会のサイトを見るためには16の経路が必要なわけ。
It takes 16 steps total to get there.
平均転送速度は 300ms ぐらい。海外ならこんぐらいが普通。
The average transfer rate is about 300 milliseconds. That's normal for an overseas connection.
わかりやすく言うと、日本からフランスのサイトを見に行くための道は限られてるわけ。誰でも同じ道を通る。
In other words, there's a route we have to take to get to France from Japan. Everyone takes the same route. Yeah, that's true, Queen. They do always bounce off each other. It's a way to prevent the bandwidth dying immediately. I remember back in the day when in the 90s you could have a website hosted by 20 MB and you literally had 20 megabytes of bandwidth for a month. 20 megabytes of bandwidth for a month.
これはフランスだけじゃなくて他の国でも同じだし、日本国内でだって10経路ぐらいは通るんだよ。
Other countries are the same. Even browsing domestically takes about 10 steps.
じゃあ次にセルンを見てみるお。
Now, let's try CERN. Daru calls up CERN's homepage on the browser. Then it displays the route like last time. The result?
経路はたったの1。
There's only one step. Unlike before, the signal doesn't pass through any intermediate servers. The PC we're using, its registered name is Akihabara PC. It's connected directly to CERN in France.
しかも転送速度は普通の数百倍だ。むちゃくちゃ速い。こんな数字国内でも出ないよ。向こうはフランスなのに。
And the transfer rate is hundreds of times better than usual. Crazy fast. You can't even get these numbers domestically, man.
なぜ直通なんだ。こんなことありえるのか。
Why do we have a direct line? Is this even possible?
クラックする前からこの状態だったのだぜ。僕は何もいじってねえもん。
It was like this when I found it. Didn't do anything.
このビルには以前からセレンとのホットラインがあるわけか。
So the building already had a hotline to CERN.
偶然とは思えないが、これはシュタインズゲートの選択である可能性か。
This can't be a coincidence. It might just be the choice of Steins.
普通だったら絶対にありえない。日本のデータ通信網とは完全に独立したケーブルが1本だけここからセルンまでつながってるなんて。
It doesn't make sense. Why would there be an independent line running from here all the way to CERN? Daru is so excited, he interrupted me.
そんなもんを日本やフランスの通信会社が設置するとは思えないし。となると
No Japanese or French telecommunication company would set up something like this, which means
設置したのはセルン自身か。
CERN did it themselves. Daru gulps and nods. Cold sweat oozes from his brow. I feel a chill as well. CERN might be able to see everything we're doing. No, maybe. Maybe CERN has been expecting us for years. But how could that be? The answer's simple. John Titor claims that CERN completed their time machine in 2034. Just 2 years later, the world is a dystopia under their rule. Maybe the CERN of 2034 considers our opposition in 2010 a threat. Maybe they use their time travel to go back to 2000 and install a fibre optic cable to track our every move. It's entirely possible. Has the invention of the time machine started an intertemporal war? If so, what can we do? Our honor might be stronger than even I can imagine. No, I mustn't lose heart. I need to think positive.
でもさ、この直通回線があるおかげで LHC をこの PC からでも使えるようになったお。
But thanks to this direct line, we can now control the LHC remotely.
本当にやったのか。
You figured out how?
すごいよ、ダルくん。
Wow, that's amazing, Daru-kun. Mayuri pauses her DVD and comes up beside me.
これだけの転送速度だからさ、遠隔操作もタイムラグほぼゼロだお。まだ実際に試してないけど。
With a connection this fast, we can control the LHC practically in real time. I haven't actually tried it yet, though. That's right. Even if this is some kind of CERN trap, we might be able to make use of it. They're still vulnerable to our attack.
LHC ってあの20キロ以上ある大きなトンネルでしょ。結局何をするトンネルなんだっけ。
The LHC is that 20-kilometer long tunnel thing, right? What does it do again?
陽子を加速して衝突させる。
It accelerates protons and smashes them together.
そうそうミニブラックホールを作れるんだよね。
Oh, mini black holes, right?
公式発表じゃミニブラックホールは陽子衝突の過程で副産物的に生まれる可能性があるだけって言ってたけど、実は違ったんだわな。
The official line is that mini black holes might manifest as byproducts of a particle collision, but that's not the truth.
初めからブラックホールを作るために建設された装置だった。
According to the top secret documents we found, the LHC was intended to create black holes from the very beginning, but we still don't know exactly how they do it. We need to think of a way to... Okabe. Karisu suddenly emerges in the development room. She was cooped up there all morning. Her expression is unusually grave.
どうした？
What's wrong?
やっと解が出た。
I figured it out. Oh, damn it. Sorry guys, got to briefly go away from camp again. I do apologise. 1 minute. Sorry about that. I think when I was moving my chair before, I caught my leg on my actual physical leg on part of my chair, and it's kind of caused a little nick at the back of my leg. It was seeping a little blood out, so I've just had to put a plaster on that. I managed to injure myself in the middle of a stream. How the hell do I do that? I figured it out. Figured what out?
電話レンジの仕組みのことよ。
I think I know how the phone wave works.
解明したのか？
Really? Kurisu nods. She still hasn't smiled.
あくまで私がわかる範囲で導き出した仮説だけど。
Keep in mind, this is just a hypothesis based on what we've observed.
今話してた LHC とも大きく関係する話。
It's closely related to what you guys were just talking about. The LHC.
LHC は世界一大きな電子レンジである。そういう例えを挙げたのはお前だ、クリスティーナ。
I believe it was you, Christina, who called the LHC the world's largest microwave.
そう、その通りだった。予想は間違ってなかった。
Yes, exactly. My hunch was right.
電話レンジはとんでもない化け物よ。
You've created a monster, Okabe. A monster?
こんな雑居ビルの一室に置いといていいものじゃない。もちろんネガティブな意味で。
It doesn't belong in some amateur lab, and before you take that as an endorsement of your abilities, I mean it in a bad way. Karisu clutches her arms as if to keep from trembling.
具体的に説明してもらおう。
Give me details.
電子レンジってもともとはリーダーの研究の結果偶然生まれたことは知ってる。
Did you know that the microwave oven was invented as a byproduct of radar research? Daru and I nod. Mayuri shakes her head. We read up on all that back when the phone wave, name subject to change, started acting weird.
発生する電磁波の周波数は 2.45GHz のマイクロ波。電話レンジに使われているのは業務用の強力なやつだから出力は1500から2000ワットくらいある。
Microwaves are electromagnetic waves with a frequency of 2.45 GHz. The phone wave is a commercial grade, so its output is around 1500 to 2000 watts.
で、ここからが重要。
Here's the important part. Karisu goes on to explain that the electromagnetic waves output by the microwave are somehow connected to the electromagnetic waves output by the phone. In fact, you could say they fuse together.
確かにダルの設計図によれば、電子レンジと携帯、2つの機器に共通する電磁波を飛ばすためのリード線は、
According to Daru's blueprints, the microwave and phone are made to send out shared electromagnetic waves by taking their leads,
マグネトロンの陰極と陽極にそれぞれ決線してある。
and hardwiring each of them to the magnetron's cathode and anode. The magnetron is a type of vacuum tube used in microwave ovens and radar that produces strong microwaves. Meanwhile, of course, the death flag, we know about this. Metafiction, when a character triggers a death flag, they've said or done something that foreshadows their death. Common way to trigger death flag is to make a promise on the eve of a climactic battle. Such as, when this war's over, I'm going to get married. On the one hand, we have the microwave's super strong magnetic waves, originally a byproduct of the military's research into radar technology. On the other, we have the cell phone's standardized electromagnetic waves, a frequency now ubiquitous throughout the world. What happens when you fuse those two waves?
どっちも電波を使うことに関しては一致している。それがどんな範囲でどんな強さで影響を及ぼすのかはちゃんと調べたわけじゃないし、私は専門家でもないから想像がつかないけど。
Both devices use electromagnetic waves. I'm not a specialist though, so I can't examine the extent of magnitude of the influence that fusion has.
仮に携帯電話を踏み台にして周囲何百キロっていう広範囲に影響を及ぼすような軍事用電磁波がまき散らされたとするなら。
But hypothetically, if the cell phone were to become a stepping stone, scattering the military-grade electromagnetic waves over a vast range of hundreds of kilometers,
秋葉原どころか東京が丸ごと電子レンジの中と同じ状態になる。
then not just Akihabara, but all of Tokyo would turn into the inside of a microwave oven.
中にいる人が死に至るまでの時間は体重差にもよるけど平均しておよそ。
Taking into account slight variance due to body weight, the average time until death for the people inside would be
3分。
3 minutes.
マジ？じゃあ電話レンジって大量破壊兵器ってことじゃね？
Seriously? Then the phone wave's a weapon of mass destruction, isn't it? No, I'm not going to sing the song. As tempted as I am, I'm not going to. Is it really that powerful?
あの電話レンジの中で起きてることを教えてあげるわ。
Let me tell you what happens inside the phone wave.
レンジ内の目に見えない水素に対し電磁波のエネルギー順位が上昇する。これは通常の電子レンジの機能。
The air inside the oven is full of invisible hydrogen atoms. First, it bombards the atoms with microwaves to increase their energy potential. This is the normal function of a microwave oven.
そこに 携帯電話の拡散型電磁波が加わることによって、
But when you add the electromagnetic waves from the phone,
レンジ内のあらゆる素粒子が衝突を繰り返すごとに質量を増していって、高速に近い円運動を始める。
the harmonics trigger a chain reaction. The particles collide repeatedly at near light speed, gaining mass and energy each time.
それはいわば加速器のようなもの。
In other words, it becomes a sort of particle accelerator.
加速器
A particle accelerator? It's literally the same as the LHC.
じゃあ LHC がミニブラックホールを生成するために作られたのなら、
So if the LHC was created to generate mini black holes,
やはりこの電話レンジカッコ仮もミニブラックホールを生み出している。
then the phone wave, name subject to change, must also produce mini black holes. Kurisu doesn't deny it.
こんなに安定して動作しているのが奇跡よ。
It's a miracle that thing has been so stable.
ただまだわからない点があって、
But there's still one thing I don't understand.
ミニブラックホールが生成されたとしても、それは一瞬で蒸発してしまうはずなの。
Even if it does produce mini black holes, they should evaporate instantly.
でもこの電話レンジはどうやらそうじゃない。バナナや唐揚げがゼリーマンになっていることからそれは明らか。
But that's not what happens in the phone wave. The jellification phenomenon proves that.
LHC と同じようにミニブラックホールはカーブラックホールに変化している。
Just like in the LHC, our mini black holes are turning into Kerr black holes.
タイターの理論によれば、ミニブラックホールにカーブラックホール効果を生み出すためには電子注入が必要だった。
According to Taita, you have to inject electrons to produce the Kerr black hole effect.
その注入される電子がどこから来ているのか、それがわからないの。
Where did the injected electrons come from? That's what I don't understand.
LHC はリフターによってブラックホールに電子を注入して重力場をコントロールしていた。
The LHC uses something called a lifter to inject electrons into the black hole and control the gravitational field.
リフターに代替するものがこの電話レンジのどこかにある。
Something is filling that role inside the phone wave.
どこかって
Something?
だからわからないの。
Like I said, I don't know what. Ah, it's Suzuha. It's easy to pretend you to be someone you're not. Ultimately, there's no escaping the contradictions between your false self and the real you. It's a paradox, and paradoxes can't hold. I tried to tell myself that I didn't need anyone, that forming bonds would only hurt, but somehow I ended up joining your circle of friends. I still don't know if it was for the best, though. No, I'm sure it was. Without you, I would have given up on ever finding my dad. I don't know what in world all this. I'm guessing what I'm trying to say is, thanks. Are we sharing confessions now? Be careful to whom you expose your innermost feelings. They may use them against you. That's the mad scientist answer. So I guess that's what it comes down to. All Carisa's explanation done is confirm our hypothesis that the phone wave, name subject to change, functions the same as the LHC.
LHC とは何か復習してみる必要がありそうだな。
Looks like we need to review what the LHC is. It's time for our LHC Moe guy to shine.
LHC はラージハドロンコライダーの略だね。和訳すると大型ハドロン衝突型加速器ってところかな。
LHC stands for Large Hadron Collider.
ハドロン
Hadron?
素粒子の名前。
It's the name of an elementary particle. And I've always thought it was Hadron, not Hadron. I think it's because over here in the UK we've got Hadrian's Wall, so I think that's where that's come from for me.
でこいつはフランスとスイスにまたがる形で作られた円形の巨大地下トンネルで
The LHC is basically a huge circular tunnel underneath Switzerland and France.
全長は約27キロ、地下100メートルの深さにある。
It sits about 100 meters below ground and has a total length of 27 kilometers.
トンネルの中には2本のリングが通ってて、リングの中は超低温の真空状態なんだお。つまり宇宙環境を再現してるわけ。マジ燃える。
There are two rings that run through the tunnel. Inside the rings is a super low temperature vacuum. An environment like outer space, basically. Seriously, Moe. Why that had been Moe, I don't know. You tell me. I have no clue.
陽子の加速は隣接する施設から線形加速器陽子シンクロトロンブースター SPS で段階的に加速されて、
In an adjacent facility, protons are gradually accelerated by the linear accelerator, the proton synchrotron booster, and the superproton synchrotron.
最後に LHC に注入され敷き詰められた超電導磁石による最後の加速を行うんだ。
Finally, they're injected into the LHC, where they undergo their final acceleration via a series of superconducting magnets installed in the tunnel.
最終的には高速の 99.999991% にまで達するを。 LHC やばい。電話レンジほどじゃないけどな。
By now, they're traveling at up to 99.9999991% the speed of light. That's enough to melt your brain. Not as dangerous as the phone wave, though.
でもって加速させた陽子を1秒間に10億から100億回ぐらい衝突させる。
Finally, the accelerated protons collide approximately 1 to 10 billion times per second.
そこで起きる高エネルギー反応について観測するのが LHC 計画の目的って一応公表されてる。大嘘だったけど。
The purpose of the LHC project is to study the high energy reactions that result. Or so they say. We know they're a bunch of stinking liars. I guess that about covers it.
そこでラボ面諸君に聞きたい。我が電話レンジカッコ仮によってセルンを出し抜き物理的タイムトラベルは可能かどうか。
And that, my fellow lab members, brings us to the question. Can the phone wave, name subject to change, beat SERN to true physical time travel?
問題は2点ある。局所場指定とリフター。
Two problems. One, setting the destination. Two, the lifter.
局所場指定については前も言った通りだ。D メールはきちんと指定先に届いている。
We've already established that the D-mail arrives precisely when and where it's supposed to.
検証もなしに結論を出すのは危険よ。
It's dangerous to accept that without verification. Agreed.
リフターの代わりを担っているものについてはすでにあることは分かっている。その何かを見つければいいだけの話だ。
As for the lifter, we already know it exists. We just need to figure out what it is.
見つけられるとは思えない。この小さな電子レンジの中を私たちはもう何日もかけて調べまくっているけど、ヒントさえ手に入らない。
I don't think we're going to find it. The phone wave's not exactly big, you know, and we've been poking at it for days without turning up a clue.
もし仮に見つけ出したとしても、注入する電子量の調整にはさらに膨大な時間がいる。
Even if we do find it, it'll take forever to learn how to tune the electron feed properly.
膨大ってどんぐらい？
How long is forever?
セルンは9年をかけても解決できていない。
CERN's been working on it for 9 years, and they still haven't solved it. We're just amateurs, so it's bound to take even longer. Wait, I have an idea.
ならば発想を逆転させてみよう。
Let's look at it from a different angle.
セルンは人間を物理的にタイムトラベルさせようとしたが、注入電子量の調整がうまくいかず、得意点を裸にできていない。
CERN tried to send people back in time, but they couldn't get the electron feed right. The singularities were not naked. Yeah, Evan, you say it comes from the phones. It certainly seems that way. At least that's where one of the radiation comes from. The question is, if the fusion's strong enough to create the portal.
それはこの
Or the wormhole.
ここにも同じことだ。ゼリーマンにならず、無事に送れるデータ量は36バイトプラスアルファだけ。
It's the same with the phone wave, name subject to change. You can only send 36 bytes of data safely, otherwise you get a jelly man.
そこで逆に考えるんだ。
Let's consider the problem in reverse.
一人の人間を丸ごとデータ化し、それを36バイトプラスアルファまで圧縮してしまえばいいと考えるんだ。
What if we could convert a human to data, and then compress that data into just 36 bytes?
そうすれば D メールと同じようにリング得意点を通過できるではないか。
We could send that person through the ring singularity just like a D-mail, couldn't we?
人間を丸ごとデータ化ってそんなことできるわけないじゃん。
Convert a human to data? That's not even possible, man.
もしできたとしてもそのデータ容量天文学的な数字になるんじゃね。それをどうやってたったの36バイトまで圧縮するん。バカなの？死ぬの？
And even if it were, they'd be like exabytes of data or something. You want to compress that into 36 bytes? Are you high?
いいアイデアだと思ったんだが。
I thought it was a good idea. I guess it's not that easy. The barriers to time travel are just too high. I turned to Karisu, meaning to ask her opinion, and then I realised that her expression has changed dramatically. Her eyes are wide as saucers, and her mouth is hanging open.
そうか。それなら、もしかしたら。
Of course. If it works, then maybe... She paused for a second and then...
できるかもしれない。
Maybe we can do it. Do what? Time travel? It's hard to believe what Karisu was saying, even though it was my idea in the first place.
本気で言っているのか？
Are you serious? Karisu grins triumphantly in response.
少なくともデータ容量の超圧縮については簡単よ。
The data compression part, at least, is easy.
LHC で作ったブラックホールを利用すればいい。ブラックホールは飲み込んだあらゆるものを超圧縮してしまうんだから。
We can just use the black holes created by the LHC, since black holes compress everything they swallow.
圧縮するものが単なるデータなら人間みたいに潰されることで命が失われることもない。
Compression won't harm data like it would harm a human. As long as we're just sending data, there's nothing to worry about. I get it. But wait, can we really pull off such a stunt? And besides,
人間のデータ化についてはどうするつもりだ？
how do you plan to convert humans into data?
サイエンス誌に私の論文が載ったっていうことは知ってるわよね。
You know that my thesis got published, right?
なぜいきなり自慢を始めるのだ？
This is no time to flaunt your accomplishments.
その論文を読んだことは？
Have you read it? I haven't.
おう、その号のサイエンス誌ならスキャンして撮ってあるお。
I've got scans, you want to read it? Daru opens his image folder, scrolls past tons of 2D porn, and opens up the scanned image. Sure enough, there's Karisu's name written in English letters.
論文のタイトルは
The title of my thesis is...
側頭葉に蓄積された記憶に関する神経パルス信号の解析。
Analysis of memory-related nerve impulses in the temporal lobe.
側頭葉？神経パルス？
Temporal lobe? Nerve impulses?
あれ、オカリン知らなかったん？
What, you didn't know?
いや待て、からかうのはよせ。このタイトルは物理学というより脳科学の分野では。
No, wait, this can't be right. This title sounds like, neuroscience, not physics.
脳科学専攻ですけど何か？
I'm a neuroscientist, got a problem? What? I can't believe it. From the way she talks about particle accelerators and time travel theory, I was sure she had to be a physicist.
いや、それはまあいいとして。それとタイムトラベルとどんな関係が？
No, forget about that. How is this related to time travel?
人間丸ごとのデータ化は無理でも
Converting an entire human to data is impossible.
人間の記憶丸ごとのデータ化なら可能っていうこと。
But converting a human's memories may be possible. Converting memories to data? Karisu proceeds to explain her thesis. Memories accumulate in something called the parahippocampal gyrus, or hippocampus, which is located in the temporal lobes of the brain. But what exactly are memories? Karisu's thesis analyses that question from a neuroscientific perspective. All the brain's functions manifest as electrical signals running through its neurons. Even memories are written to the hippocampus by electrical signals. Karisu analysed how specific electrical signals correspond to specific memories. The mechanism by which humans recall memories can be likened to a word association game. You begin with a vague, abstract image, which calls successive images of increasing clarity.
タンスの引き出しの一つ一つには小さい箱がびっしり入ってるの。で、そのたくさんの箱の中にもさらに小さな小箱がいっぱい。そんな風に想像してもらえばいい。
Imagine a chest of drawers. Each drawer is filled with tiny boxes, and inside each box is another bunch of tiny boxes. You keep going, opening boxes until you find the memory you're looking for. Karisu discovered that the number of retrieval commands nerve impulses used to search up memories is surprisingly low. Out of hundreds of millions of nerve impulse patterns to the brain, only a few thousand are related to memory. It was the successful analysis of these patterns that earned Karisu and her research team critical acclaim in the scientific community.
この研究単体だけじゃ岡部の言ったアイデアとは全然関係なさそうだけど、もう一つあるの。
Now, before you ask how this relates to time travel, there's one thing I need to explain.
私の通ってる大学、ビクトル・コンドリア大学の精神生理学研究所がビジュアルリビルディング、略して VR 技術っていうのを何年か前に開発した。
Several years ago, my lab, the neurophysiology lab at Victor Condoria University, developed a technology called visual rebuilding, or VR for short.
簡単に説明すると、ビデオカメラなんかの映像機器に映した風景の映像信号を神経パルス信号にコンバートする技術のこと。
Put simply, it enables conversion of video data into nerve impulse signals.
逆に神経パルスを普通の電気信号にコンバートすることもできる。
Used in reverse, it can also convert nerve impulses into video data, or any other kind of electronic data.
で、この VR 技術と私たちの研究を組み合わせるとどうなると思う？
So if we combine VR technology with my research, do you see where I'm going?
まさか
No way.
人間の記憶のデータか？
We can convert memories into data?
それだけじゃない。記憶の移植、バックアップ、外部保存、そういうことができるようになる。
Not just that. Memory transplantation, backups, external storage. All of those things become possible. It's like science fiction. In a sense, this technology could be used to copy a person's soul. According to Karisu, some religious groups strongly oppose this research, as you might expect. On the other hand, the medical community is ecstatic about the possibilities. In any case, it's amazing that my assistant here was able to make such an incredible discovery. Of course, she did have a university supporting her, but still.
つまりお前はこう言いたいのだな。 D メールと同じ容量で被験者の記憶を含む脳内情報を光信号として取り出し、
So basically, what you're saying is that we convert the subject's memories into video data.
それを LHC で発生させたミニブラックホールを利用して超圧縮36バイトプラスアルファのサイズにまでして
Use the LHC's black hole to compress that data into 36 bytes.
電話レンジカッコ仮で生成したカーブラックホールのリング特異点を通過させ
Send that data through the curved black hole inside the phone wave. Name subject to change.
携帯電話を通して過去の被験者自身の脳に記憶だけをぶち込む。
And finally, implant those memories on the subject's brain in the past.
どういうこと？
What does that mean?
記憶だけの時間跳躍。
We can send our memories back in time.
物理的転送によるタイムトラベルと区別するために、仮にこっちはタイムリープと定義しましょうか。
In order to differentiate it from physical time travel, let's call it a time leap for now.
肉体を含めた物理的転送ではなく、記憶だけを過去へと跳躍させる。
You don't go back, just your memories.
あまりに突飛すぎて、誰もまともに考えようとしなかった方法。
It's so crazy that nobody's thought of it before. She's right. The idea is ridiculous, which is exactly why none of the geniuses at SERN could come up with it. But this union of physics, neuroscience, and neurophysiology will make the impossible possible. You just gotta make it so! To transfer memories to the past via cell phone. To time leap.
ポイントは、 転送するのは記憶だけってこと。
The important thing to remember is that only memories are being transferred.
人格や意識についてはこれに含まない。
Personality and consciousness aren't included.
どういうことだ？ SF 小説でよくあるタイムリープとは何か違うのか？
What does that mean? How is it different from what you see in sci-fi novels?
SF とかでよくあるタイムリープは意識、人格、記憶のすべてが跳躍している。
Time leaping in sci-fi usually sends everything: consciousness, personality, and memory.
でも意識や人格まで含めるとデータ量は膨大になるだろうし、そもそも私の研究室が解析できたのは記憶の部分だけだから。
But in real life, there's probably too much data, and besides, we only really analyzed memories.
意識、人格と記憶は別と考えて。
Think of consciousness, personality, and memory as separate things.
記憶はコンピューターでいうところの画像データや映像データと同じ。
Memories are like the video data stored on your computer.
それに対して意識と人格はいわば OS ということになる。
And consciousness and personality are like the OS.
容量ってことなら OS より画像や映像の方が大きい場合もあるじゃん。
But videos could take up way more space than the OS.
あくまで例えよ。
It's just an example.
そもそも人格や意識って未だにどこにあるのか、どんな仕組みでそれが成立しているのかはっきりしないの。
For starters, it's still not clear where personality and consciousness are located, or how they are constructed.
だからそれをデータ化して移植するのは少なくとも私には無理。
So we can't convert them into data. Or at least, I can't.
記憶だけなの？どんなデメリットが予想される？
So we can only send memories. Where does that leave us?
パーソナリティは記憶だけで形成されるわけじゃない。だから記憶を転送しても転送先の意識や人格に依存する。
Your memories aren't the only thing that define you. Even if you send your memories to the past, it will be the receiving you's consciousness and personality that processes them. And the problem there then is if you send a memory back to the past of something that's not happened, even though you've not physically gone back, your past self is going to act on that information. So you're not just sending things back to the past, you're going to be making big changes. And based off what's happened in the last chapter, is that such a good idea? I think I say no.
Windows で言うと Vista の入ってる PC で作ったデータを95の入ってる PC にコピペするって感じか。
So in Mindor's terms, it's like copying data from a Vista computer to a Min95 chip computer. The most widely used operating system in the world, Mindor's. I wonder what that's referencing. Mindor's. And neuroscience is the scientific study of the brain, field incorporating biology, genetics, medicine, psychology, and electrical engineering. While I've got the chance, I'm going to do a quick save, actually.
最新の OS で作られたデータが旧式の OS でちゃんと動作するかはわからないわけ。何らかの不具合が出るかも。
Data created with the latest OS might not work on an older OS. It might cause poor errors.
それに例えば小学生の頃の自分に今の記憶を転送した場合、記憶と肉体のギャップのせいで精神的な障害が起きるかもしれない。
For example, if you sent your current memories to yourself in elementary school, the gap between your memories and your body could have serious consequences.
いずれにせよ、過去の自分の体に転送することが前提条件だという認識で正しいか。
Anyway, is it correct to assume we'll be targeting ourselves in the past? Kirsty nods at my question.
同じように携帯電話を介して行われる跳躍だから。
Just like with D-mail, we're using cell phones as the transfer medium.
正確に言うと過去の自分の体でなおかつ携帯を持っている時点までしか跳躍できないと思う。
To be precise, you can only leap into your own body, and only if you have a cell phone at the time of reception. There was an exception in Lukako's case where we sent a D-mail to a pager, but that doesn't apply to time leaping.
それに飛ばされた先が同一人物じゃないと、例えれば 電気信号がマッチングせずに弾かれてしまう恐れも。
If you try sending memories to someone else, how do I put this? There's a danger that the electrical signals might be rejected.
そもそも他人の体に入っちゃったら大変だしね。まあ僕的には可愛いおにゃの子の中なら喜んで入るけど。
Wouldn't want to jump into somebody else's body. Oh god. I mean, unless it's the body of a cute girl. Ugh. Creepy. Is this guy capable of a non-perverted thought?
うへへじゃないわよ、バカ。
Don't me, you idiot.
弾かれるだけならいいけど、もしかすると深刻な人格障害まで起きる恐れがあるのよ。
If it just bounces off, that's fine, but I'm worried incompatible memory data might do serious damage to the recipient's psyche.
どんな結果になるかわからない。人類初の試みだから。
I don't know what might happen. No one's done it before, after all. That makes us pioneers. I like it.
はっきりしているのは、自分が生まれる以前へは絶対にいけないということ。自分が二人同時に存在することはないっていうこと。だから、
There are two things I do know. One, you definitely cannot go back to before you were born. And two, you won't exist in two places at once.
タイムパラドックスが発生する心配はない。自分が生まれる前に親を殺すことはできないの。
That means you don't have to worry about causing a paradox. You can't kill your parents before you were born.
携帯がブラックホールとホワイトホールの代わりということだな。
So the phones act like black and white holes. It seems like a strange coincidence that cell phones would be the medium of the time travel, but really, could it have been anything else? These days, people wear their phones like a second skin. No other medium could reliably deliver the memories to the intended target. The more I think about it, the more I realise that this was meant to be. I whip up my phone and place it to my ear.
俺だ。すべての点が一本の線でつながった。ああ、計画はこれより最終段階に入る。無論、オペレーションベルダンディのことだ。
It's me. Everything is falling into place. The plan can now proceed to the final stage. I'm talking about Operation Vithandi, obviously.
クリスティーナにもまんまと騙されたが、彼女のラボ面加入は我らにとってまさにシュタインズゲートの選択通りだったというわけだ。
Christina had me fooled. I never knew she was capable of this. It must have been the choice of Steins Gate that sent her here.
アンゼルはうまくやってみせるさ。今の俺たちは無敵だ。エルプサイコングル。
Don't worry. I have everything under control. Nothing can stop us now. In the Sai Kongru. I put away my phone and turn to Carissa.
今言った通りだ。クリスティーナ。これよりオペレーションベルダンディを開始する。
Were you listening? Good. Commence preparations for Operation Vithandi.
あ、いや、少しはどういうことか説明しろよ。
First, explain what that is.
お前の言うタイムリープ案を全面採用すると言っているのだ。ちなみにここまで俺をその気にさせておいて、脳内情報のデータ化はここではできませんなどとは言わせんぞ。
We're going to build your time leap machine, Christina. And you better not say it can't be done. Not after showing me the way.
まあ、秋葉原ならパーツも揃ってるからなんとかなるとは思うけど。
Well, this is Akihabara. I should be able to find the parts I need.
決まりだ。これよりお前を作戦主任に任命する。俺やダルをこき使って構わん。
Then it's decided. I'm placing you in charge of this operation. Whatever you need, ask, and it shall be yours.
人類史上初のタイムリープマシンを完成させるぞ。
Together, we shall complete the first time leap machine in human history! Karisu nods. Her eyes are shining with a fierce, hungry light. As I thought. She's a scientist to the core. And well, with that, we have now reached a deeper point of Chapter 5, and we're about to venture on to potentially create a machine that lets us leap through time via our memories. So, let this stream become a memory, a bit of a train wreck one I must say, but we're going to be back in 2 nights' time at 8 PM BST to carry this on, and hopefully get some more ideas as what's happened. But until then, thank you all very, very much for watching, and good night.